In the heart of the forgotten town, where shadows dance and whispers echo, lies the abandoned Fairground. Once a place of laughter, joy, and the cheerful cries of children, it now stands as a haunting reminder of what once was. Midnight has fallen, draping the Fairground in a cloak of darkness, where only the faint glimmer of the moon casts eerie shapes across the rusted rides and tattered tents. Here, time seems to stand still, and the air is thick with the scent of decay and memories long lost. As the clock strikes 12, an unsettling silence envelops the Fairground. The Ferris wheel looms like a giant sentinel, its empty gondolas swaying gently in the cool night breeze. Nearby, the carousel, once vibrant with music and life, now creaks ominously, its chipped horses frozen in a perpetual gallop, their eyes wide and unseeing. A chill runs down your spine as you step onto the cracked pavement, the echoes of laughter from years gone by fading into a distant hum. Beneath the surface of this seemingly deserted fairground lies a tapestry of stories, tales of joy intertwined with sorrow, laughter mingled with screams. The townsfolk spoke of the fairground with a mix of nostalgia and dread. They would tell tales of the mysterious disappearances, the flickering lights that danced in the distance long after the fair had closed, and the ghostly apparitions that wandered the grounds under the pale moonlight. Legends tell of a fateful night when the fair was in full swing. A storm had rolled in unexpectedly, dark clouds swirling ominously overhead. The music played on, a desperate attempt to keep spirits high as the wind howled around them. But as the storm raged, something sinister stirred among the rides. It was said that a strange figure had been seen lurking in the shadows, watching, waiting. People began to vanish, one by one, swallowed by the night. As years passed, the fairground fell into disrepair. The carnival workers, once a lively bunch, vanished without a trace. Their laughter turned to silence, their stories lost to time. But on certain nights, when the moon is high and the air is thick with anticipation, the fairground seems to come alive once more. The music, faint at first, starts to play, a haunting melody that beckons the curious and the brave. Drawn by an unexplainable force, you find yourself standing at the entrance of this forsaken place. The rusty gates creak open, as if inviting you to step inside. Your heart races with a mix of dread and excitement, and you take a deep breath, crossing the threshold into the unknown. The air feels electric, charged with the spirits of those who wandered here before you. As you walk further into the fairground, the rides loom larger, their grotesque shapes illuminated by the moonlight. Each step echoes with the weight of history and the ghosts of laughter and sorrow. You pass by the funhouse, its warped mirrors reflecting distorted images that send shivers racing down your spine. The laughter of children can almost be heard, echoing through the halls. But you know it is just a trick of the mind, a cruel reminder of what once was. You pause at the entrance of the old ticket booth, its glass shattered, the booth itself overrun with weeds and vines. A chill runs through you as you glance at the faded posters plastered on the walls, advertising wonders and thrills that now seem like a cruel joke. faces of the performers smile out at you, their gazes filled with a mixture of joy and something darker, an emptiness that tugs at your heart. And then, from somewhere deep within the fairground, you hear it, a soft, melodic tune, drifting through the air like a siren's call. It beckons you forward, pulling you deeper into the shadows. You follow the sound, feeling an inexplicable compulsion to uncover its source. As you navigate through the twisted pathways, the melody grows louder, a haunting lullaby that wraps around you like a shroud. The Ferris wheel stands before you, its towering height a reminder of the heights of joy once known here. You can almost see the happy faces of children as they soared through the sky, their laughter mingling with the wind. But now, it is silent, save for the whisper of the breeze. You step closer, your heart pounding, as the melody seems to come from within its rusted frame. Suddenly, a shadow flits across your path, quick and fleeting. You freeze, your breath catching in your throat. Was that just your imagination playing tricks, or has someone just passed by? You strain your ears, but the melody continues, undeterred, as if taunting you to continue. You turn your gaze upwards, and for a brief moment, you see a figure perched at the top of the Ferris wheel, silhouetted against the moonlight. It is a girl, her long hair flowing like shadows in the night. She appears to be singing, her voice echoing through the fairground, a beautiful yet chilling sound. A sense of dread washes over you as you realize that no one should be here at this hour. With trembling hands, you call out to her, but the words die in your throat as she suddenly turns, her eyes locking onto yours. They are vacant, hollow, and yet filled with a sorrow that chills you to the bone. She raises a hand, a gesture that seems to beckon you closer. You feel a pull, an urge to climb the Ferris wheel and join her, but a voice in the back of your mind screams for you to run. Instead, you find yourself stepping backwards, retreating from the haunting sight. The melody fades, replaced by an unsettling silence. You turn to flee, but the ground seems to shift beneath you, the paths twisting and turning in ways that defy logic. Panic rises within you as you realize you are lost, trapped in this labyrinth of shadows. You stumble into the funhouse, desperately searching for an escape. The mirrors warp your reflection, twisting your image into grotesque forms. Every turn reveals a different version of yourself, each more distorted than the last. You hear whispers in the darkness, soft and pleading, echoing off the walls, urging you to stay. Yet, you feel the pull of the outside world, the need to escape this place of despair. Emerging from the funhouse, you race towards the exit, but the fairground seems to shift, the rides and stalls rearranging before your eyes. The laughter you once heard now morphs into cries of anguish, the sound rising and falling like a wave crashing against the shore. The air grows thick with a sense of foreboding, a warning that you have overstayed your welcome. You sprint toward the old ticket booth, your heart pounding in your chest. Just as you think you might break free, you catch a glimpse of the girl again. She stands at the edge of the carousel, her head tilted to one side, watching you with an intensity that freezes you in place. The carousel begins to spin, slowly at first, before picking up speed, the painted horses moving in a frantic dance. The haunting melody returns, louder now, filling the air with an eerie beauty. The girl raises her hand again, and you feel the urge to join her, to step onto the carousel and be swept away into the music. But deep down, you know that to do so would mean surrendering to the darkness that lurks within this fairground. With every ounce of strength, you break free from the trance, turning on your heel and running towards the exit. The world behind you blurs into a whirlwind of lights and sounds, the echoes of laughter mingling with the cries of the lost. You push through the gates, your breath ragged, heart pounding, as the fairground's grip loosens. As you step out into the cool night air, the fairground recedes behind you, its lights dimming as if it knows you have escaped. But a part of you remains tethered to that place, to the whispers of those who once walked the paths you just fled. The haunting melody lingers in your mind, a reminder of the darkness that lies just beyond the edges of the known world. And as you walk away, the fairground stands silent once more, waiting for the next curious soul to wander into its depths at the witching hour. The tales will continue, the legends will grow, and the midnight fairground will remain, a ghostly place where joy and despair dance together in an eternal embrace, forever shrouded in mystery.